As you can see, we have two different sizes of HDPE barrels. One is very tall and the other one is kind of shorter, and the one that is shorter is the one we're using for compost. So we're going to convert this one to another compost barrel, and then these taller ones we're going to cut in half and use it for our container garden. I'm going to be using this number 16 drill bit to drill holes for the compost barrel. So it really is as simple as just drilling a few holes in the barrel. Now you'll see a lot of very complex plans online, things that are affixed to their own tumbler permanently. It's got doors and hinges, and that's fine, but I always find that the simpler a project is, the less that can go wrong with it as you're using it. The cheaper it is and the easier it is to set up. So between this barrel, the other one that's almost full, and the tumbler system, we can still tumble and mix our compost. We have one tumbler for multiple barrels, and when we need a new one, it's really as simple as just getting a barrel and drilling some holes in it. So it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. These utility knives, you got to be very patient and careful. It takes a lot of force. The blade will break. So when you're drawing it along, just keep in mind where it might fly. If it suddenly comes loose, don't have it pointing at any part of your body. Always have it pointing away. And then all that's left after that is to put holes in the bottom, do some drainage, add soil, and start growing. I got two more to do, and then we'll put them in place.
Once it's done, it'll look something like this. And all we got to do is put some soil in there. And we're probably going to want to use a lot of our compost, which we're making right now. And we've got an extra barrel to start working on another batch of compost. That does it for the first part of our container garden. We're going to see how these 6 containers work out. And if they work well, maybe we'll get some more. And if they don't work out so well, we'll see what else we can do. The compost is working really, really well. So having seen that work, that is why we decided to make a second barrel. And we have a third one on standby just in case we run out of room. We will have 3 barrels going. And again, when you're using chicken manure for compost, it could take 6 to 9 months to break down. So we might shop around for a reliable source of gardening soil for these containers. And that is the thing about container gardening. There's a lot of pros and cons. One of the pros, at least in my opinion, is that you have more control over where the soil comes from. You're not using the soil that's right there on the property that someone else has been living on before you. You don't know what was done on that land, around that land, and what might or might not be in that soil. So growing food, soil is the most important thing. So you really want to make sure you get that right. Building healthy soil is a good way to do it. Do it from the start and do it through container gardening. If you like this video, if you like what we're doing here at Applied Technology Lab, there's a couple of ways you can help. First and foremost, please like and share. Drop a comment in the comment section. That's always appreciated. Check the video description for any kind of files or guides or manuals that we upload. When we do these projects, if there are any additional resources, we give all of that out for free. And if you really, really want to support us, there are also some options in the video description below for supporting us through Patreon, through Buy Me a Coffee. That is greatly appreciated. The more resources that we get, the more projects we can do. We'll do the trial and error, and then we release everything for free to the public, so you can just start from the very beginning with a system that has been proven to work. We're going to get back to 3D design and 3D printing, which is mostly what we do, that and open source electronics. But agriculture is a primary focus of Applied Technology Lab. Agriculture, healthcare, local manufacturing. So we need to create the basic infrastructure for an urban garden, farm. And then we could start doing automation and 3D printed solutions around the farm. So that's what we're working on. Thank you for watching. And remember, knowledge is power, but only if you apply it.